Hi there, Joka here from A Pocket Full of Happiness, and in this video I'm going to focus on the Smiley Flowers die set that is new in the shop now. And while this color combination is not super retro, or at least not the type that I wanted to go with, when I got this paper pack, or I think it's actually a mixture of two maybe, I was surprised to see that there is a cardstock or paper that has peace signs on it, so I had to use them. This was not my original idea, but I thought it was gonna work well. And also I haven't used pattern papers in so long that it always makes me happy to use pattern paper. So I die cut everything from different papers as much as I could. Of course, you have to be careful with the pattern. Some, you have to be mindful of the scale of the patterns. These ones as well, these cards might be a bit too busy, but I'm kind of okay with that. I've never been a clean and simple crafter, but for some people this is gonna be way too busy, I'm sure. So, but I guess those of you can just create from color cardstock. And this is the paper I mentioned. I mean, the color could be better, but I couldn't, pass on this because it's just so in line with the whole collection, so I had to use it. And so I die cut or created 3 different size flowers, and as you can see the stem is always the same size, so I used both color cardstock and pattern paper because there was only this one green pattern paper. I believe I didn't find anything that went with it, so I added just green cardstock. And for the eyes and the mouth I used, I believe one was alabaster from Spellbinders, and the other, maybe the other one was as well. It's hard to tell in this light, or possibly white, because that really wouldn't have stood out from pattern paper, even though that probably would have been my choice, but especially with all those dots. And now I'm adding some foam tape to create some dimension on my card, and basically I'm just creating like a cluster of little flowers, and I have some space at the top to add a sentiment. So for the middle stem I need some foam tape, because as you can see my leaves are a bit dimensional. I kind of folded them in the middle, so, and because I added heavyweight cardstock to the pattern paper, I always do, it's actually quite sturdy, so you cannot just glue things over it and then they wouldn't look nice. So that's why I'm adding even more foam tape here for stability. And yeah, that's basically the main part. And what I wanted to show you here is that the sentiment is layered. I believe it was 3 layers of heavyweight white cardstock, and then I die cut the sentiment again from pattern paper, and I will add this to the top, and then this just looks like a little chipboard sentiment. So that card, that's it. So there's not more to the card. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned, but the cards again are 5 by 7 inch in size. I love working with pattern paper. I just often don't have time for not, you know, to even choose the collection I would want to go with. So I was really happy that I could do it this time. This is another one of my favorite papers because, of course, different colors, stripes, that's always a favorite. And then there was this really cute floral design that also had the different colors, and then I cut that at an angle. So yeah, this might be busy, but it kind of adds an accent to the whole thing. And also, because I have to do this because the cardstock or the pattern paper is, of course, just 6 inches, as far as I remember anyway. I think it was a 6x6 pad, or 6x8. No, I think it was 6x6 because otherwise I don't think I would have done this. Or, okay, I honestly, I don't know. Normally, I would have to do something like this, a split design or something, if the pattern or the little pattern paper is just 6x6 inches, because my background is, of course, 5x7. But for some reason, I seem to remember that this card stock was actually 6x8. But anyway, I wanted to add more paper anyway, and because it's so colorful, I created my little flower from white and the ivory or beige color in the middle. And now for my third card, I created a bunch of little flowers from all the different patterns. And again, normally I would prefer to go with the random type of pattern in the background, but it just didn't work. So I ended up creating a grid design, or something that I would call a grid design. And for my sentiments, I'm going to add some of these little ones from this pattern paper. I'm fussy cutting more that kind of fit, and the colors are different just so that I can add some little accents to my card. This is actually how I used to scrapbook. I used to add all these sentiment strips to all my clusters. That was kind of something I always did. That was one of the embellishments that I use. And as you can see, I am even cutting more. So I'm adding one to all of my flowers, or well, most of them. Apparently I didn't add to all of them. So just using liquid glue, I'm going to put my elements into place. It's just, you know, even though they are the same width, all my well, I wouldn't say layers, but all my rows, let's say, somehow it just still all looks crooked, even though they are lined up on the sides. So yeah, because they are not the same size. I guess this is gonna happen, but I don't hate it. I don't hate them, so it's all good. And it's just paper, right? So I hope I could give you some ideas, or I could inspire you in whatever small way. Yeah, that's it for these cards. I hope you check out all the other videos that are available today on the channel. And I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.